My next patron question is from Trevor, who wanted to know, why do you think Disney and Pixar aren't as dedicated to theatrical shorts as they used to be? We'll occasionally get a short in front of movies like Raya and Encanto and the Pixar re-releases earlier this year were each accompanied by a Spark short. But other movies like Strange World, Toy Story 4, and Inside Out 2, just to name a few, had no shorts attached to them. This is quite a difference from the days where every Pixar film, and for a period WDS film, had a short to precede it in theaters. What do you think has caused this change? This is something I've thought about myself. Ever since the short Jerry's Game debuted in front of A Bug's Life, it became a tradition for Pixar to have a short in front of their movies. And if they did not have one ready, they would show one of their earlier shorts, like Luke So Jr. and Knick Knack. It was such a great part of the experience, but now happens less frequently. Same goes for Walt Disney Animation Studios. From Winnie the Pooh onward, they would normally have a short attached. I think it's so important that Pixar and Disney Animation produce these shorts for a couple of reasons. One is that it's basically how both studios got started. Without the Alice comedies, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit shorts, Mickey Mouse cartoons, and silly symphonies, we would not have Snow White, Pinocchio, and all the other classic animated features from Disney. And Pixar making experimental computer animated shorts like Luke So Jr. and Tintoy proved that technology could be used for storytelling purposes and conveying humor and emotion in their characters. Those shorts eventually led Disney to partner with Pixar and Toy Story, and the rest is history. You can even go further back as their student films prove their abilities to the studios looking for new artists. The other major reason is their importance in giving talented artists at the studios the opportunity to tell their own stories, but without the pressure of a big budget feature. And some of those artists then go on to even greater things. Without Bao, Domichi might not have gotten the chance to direct Turning Red. They really are a wonderful way to see the largely unfiltered storytelling and visual styles of their directors. Presto is so obviously from Doug Sweetland, who would later co-direct Storks with a similar Looney Tunes-inspired energy. And Day and Night has Teddy Noon all over it. So I do think it's a shame there's become more of an uncertainty whether the movies will have a short attached. You even have cases like Once Upon a Studio, which was clearly meant to play in front of Wish, but instead was placed with a limited re-release of Moana and eventually on ABC. I don't know why Pixar and Disney Animation are making less shorts. While some have now been released on Disney Plus instead, there's even a scarcity there. Pixar did not release any new short films in 2022, while Call's Date was originally intended to be the final episode of the Doug Day series on Disney Plus, before it was decided to pair it with a theatrical release of Elemental instead. One possibility could have to do with Disney Plus. I don't think it's much of a coincidence that the inconsistency of shorts paired with feature films began in 2019, when neither Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2 got one. That was when Disney really pushed for all their subsidiaries, from Disney Animation to Pixar to Marvel to Lucasfilm, to make things for Disney Plus, especially series. In addition to their features, Pixar has also been producing shows for Disney Plus, including Forky Asks a Question, Doug Days, and Cars on the Road, as well as the upcoming original series Win or Lose, and a show set in the world of Inside Out. However, it was recently announced Pixar will be scaling back on those, which could lead to resources going back to making new short films. Admittedly, Walt Disney Animation has been less prone to making shorts than Pixar. Before the arrival of Disney Plus, Inner Workings was their last theatrical short when it played with Moana, although something I've never understood is why they did not get a few hand-drawn animators still at the studio to make short films. Get a Horse, which combined computer animation with hand-drawn, was a big hit, and the response to Once Upon a Studio was extremely positive. While Disney still does not have the resources for hand-drawn feature, they absolutely do for shorts. For me, the short is just a great part of the experience, and they were often such an important part of the package. My favorite Pixar short is For the Birds, and seeing that before Monsters, Inc. was such an incredible experience and added to the joy of seeing that movie in theaters. In fact, ever since the launch of their streaming service, I've made it a tradition to watch a short film before they're straight to Disney Plus movies. It just feels right. I also wish the other animation studios would have short films attached to their features. Illumination has done it a few times, but DreamWorks surprisingly does not. And as I've long argued, Warner Brothers should play new Looney Tunes cartoons in front of their movies, and I don't just mean the family films. Imagine how awesome it would be if a spooky-themed Looney Tunes short was paired with a new Beetlejuice sequel. In any case, I hope Disney and Pixar will return to making theatrical shorts for their movies because they really do add so much. Thank you for your question, Trevor.